Hey, so since something that I like to do a lot is make new accessories for myself, and people seem kind of interested in that, I wanted to show a little bit of the process of how I go about making accessories, you know, just for fun, just in case you're interested. So this is the next accessory I want to put on myself. It's a big Kirby scarf. It's for funs, and I want to have the tail kind of flop about, and maybe have the Pete's do the little wiggles like Kirby's doing when he does the big mouth mode. So basically, when I'm gonna make a new accessory, I usually export a PNG of my model just like this. I turn the Waddle Dee off so that I can see all the part that I want to draw over, and then I just draw the parts over it, and as I complete each one I merge it down just so I don't have a bajillion layers. So you can see that I just got, in terms of layers for this one, I got the tail, the scarf tail, and the Pete's. Wait, I should probably actually separate those Pete's out. I'm gonna separate the Pete's. I like to not have too many layers for these just because I don't want to overcomplicate everything for myself all the time. But so this will be lower Pete. I guess one upper Pete. And then you got the left arm and the right arm. You know, I might make those wiggle like Kirby's little hands. And the scarf. The scarf is just one thing. I'm not separating the eyes or whatever because I don't want to do anything too crazy with it. I want them to just seem like they're printed on the scarf and not like actual eyes. So once I have everything that I need in a PSD, I go ahead and delete the reference layers just so I have this perfectly aligned. And because I drew it over and exported PSD, when I put it back into the CMS file, boom. So here's my CMS file, you know. CMO file. And so I got my PSD that I made. And I called it new scarf, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and import it into my model. Add layers is new art mesh. Bam! And so it's in the right place because I drew it directly over the exported thing. But obviously that only works if your model is big enough for you to draw on directly. Otherwise you might have to fucks with it a little bit. So the first thing I obviously got to do is make sure that it's on the right deformer hierarchy, because otherwise it's not going to move around with all my stuff as I'm moving. Because like if you look right now, if I move on X, oh no. Well, no. So I gotta take it, and I'm gonna, I think body breather should be enough. So now when you look at it, it's moving somewhat, but you can see there's the draw order's no good. I'm gonna have to mess with the draw order. Terrifying. So wait. So the biggest thing I want it to be in front of, I need to make sure that it's in front of my jacket fluff. That's at 392, and then I think all my face stuff is at like 500. So, oh wait, but I gotta make sure 411, I gotta make sure it's in front of my mouth. Yeah, the mouth is at 506. And I think that's the most forward in the draw order thing that I want it to be in front of. So I need to make it 507 or something. So I'll go and make it 510. I'll make the body, oh wait, the body I can make 520. And this just determines, you know, like what order these things show up in, so whether they're behind or in front of other things. So let's see, I think this is pretty far back. That's at 389, and my tail has to be behind the stuff, and it's at 100. So these could be at like 200. And then the little Pete's I can put at 201. And then everything should be in more or less the draw order I want it to be in. See, that they're behind my bod, but in front of my tail. Beautiful. And so now the next thing I probably want to do is, oh, I have to make the art meshes. The art meshes for all the rest of this don't need to be anything fancy because they're gonna, you know, mostly just move as one big unit, so they'll just be deformation little to save on polygons. In fact, some of these I might not even need to make art meshes for because they're just gonna move like a square, but whatever. Whatever. So obviously now we gotta make everything like rotate properly as I move around. So I'm probably gonna start with the scarf. And some of the scarf stuff I'll want to be moving directly with the hands, obviously, as it goes like up and down. So I'm going to make a deformer. That's like scarf over mane. I'll give a few more width divisions. Mama Souffle is yelling, oh no. She doesn't like me talking. She wants to talk too. So, that might actually be good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start making some keyforms on the X. The X is kind of the most complicated, because obviously that's no good. We gotta make it rotate. Oh, and for the sake of doing stuff like this, I'm gonna turn off a lot of these other layers that would tend to be in front of it, just so I can see what I'm doing. Turn off the hair. Wait. Oh, see, you see the scarf is going in front of the hair? That's no good. Is that 510? Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to change what draw order the hair is at. Let's see. Multiple keys editing. So if the ones in front of it is 540, then we can just make it 537 or something. So now it's still in front of my scarf. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn those off, so I can see behind them. Now you see the true terror. The true terror. So, back on my scarf, I'm just gonna start trying to make a, you know, like a kind of quick and dirty what I want it to look like when it's turned. And I think I might be able to do this just with deformers, because I don't want to get too fancy with it, you know? It's just a silly scarf. I think we might actually need some more Bezier controllers. That's too many. That's too many Bezier. I think 4 should be good. So if we go over here, you know, I can kind of finagle, because the most, you know, like I want to make this rotate a lot, and then I don't want this to come too much with it. I see this takes a lot of finagling. But again, it doesn't have to look perfect, goddammit. I tell myself. And as long as I'm happy with it on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and reflect motion. So you got a quick and dirty version of it on that side, and that really is already looking okay. Meow, 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 meow. Now that looks fine for X, but then as soon as you start rotating other things... Oh shit, that's pretty moe. I'm hiding my mouth because I'm so moe. No, I don't like it. So, let's make another Y deformer. I'll end up merging these deformers so I can like really perfect how they interact with each other at some point, but sometimes I end up making sandwiches of them at first. So when I do that, I can go up a little. Obviously, this is the biggest problem. Oh, hello, Souffle. Souffle's walking in front of my face. She's putting her butt in my face. Beautiful. And it's okay if it's a little more deformed going down, because, you know, it's kind of like my chin's pushing it down or something. Oh, I probably should have made something to go back here. Well, maybe later. And so then I see how I want it, how I like it when it goes like this. It's, you know, it's like kind of functional. And then of course we need the Z. Well, the Z might actually not be as much of a problem with the big scarf as with the small scarf. But then of course I gotta turn my hair back on, see how it looks without my terrifying bald head. It's pretty cute. This looks a little janky. And a kind of nice place to test it is to go into the physics settings. And see, like, see, that's looking pretty janky. You gotta mess with it. So modeling deformer. So I go in here and I delete deformer and pass its parameters to child component. And then so now the scarf mover does both X and Y. I'm starting to feel it. Pew pew. And then you're gonna do Z and see how that works. It's acceptable. I'm covered by the scarf, so it isn't really a problem. Excellent. That makes it much easier than the other scarf. So now that it has movement I like, we can do the fun little physics. So I pretty much put everything under the X1, the physics that I already have for like hair and stuff. So scarf, bod, biz. And so you can see when I blow over, everything's going that way, everything's blowing that way. I just gotta make it blow that way a little bit. I can reflect motion. Pew 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 pew. And I don't think I need an X2. X2 is if you want to have like a little more subtle motions. Like my hair, it has big motions for the big parts and then little secondary motions. But I don't think the scarf needs that. It doesn't need to be that fancy. So I'll just go ahead and use the same deformer to do that and then to do the Y. So that's when this is like the position I take when I'm moving downwards. I mean the position my stuff takes. And moving upwards so it would get a little flatter. And then we can go and test that in the physics. So here's a little bouncy scarf. And then yeah, see it doesn't take a lot as long as it, you know, doesn't feel unnaturally stiff. But if we want to get fun with the little hands. So they should probably have their own deformers. So hand fits. So especially when the Y is going, so that's when I'm going down. I want the hands to move a lot. Because this is little hands. Let me see if I like that. Oh, I'm covering it a bit. Wait, there you go. Beautiful. Got little hands. Let's do the same thing with the left hand. I could probably just do this mostly with rotation, actually. See how we like it. Oh, the other one's much more mobile. Yeah. It's good shit. Alright. Let's go ahead and work on the tail then. It's very similar. The tail and Pete's will have a deformer for general movement. In fact, I might just do it like that. And so I just have to kind of drag them up. that's an issue. Might have to cheat that just a little. Shh, quiet. You too. Get out of here. Get out of here. You sneaky. Why did I think this would be okay? I gotta hide this shit. I gotta hide this shit. Shh. It's not there. It's not there. Oh, that's why I didn't notice. It's because that's only when the physics is working. Yeah. Alright. We got just a little Y movement. And get just a little X movement. Which will mostly be you going back there. Synthesize corners, so it will kind of guess the midpoint between these things, and so I can try doing this. Oh, see, he's sneaking out. No. 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 Pretty good. Do the physics time. All the physics time. I feel like this should go out more because it's like a big scarf tealy. Alright. And Y movement. Pretty solid. Now we just need to make the Pete's do a little fun movement. Actually, wait, I might try putting this on X2. See how that feels? So wait, then when we turn... Yeah, it lingers a little longer. Excellent, okay. Maybe they should probably go in together and then out together. And so you could see what it's like on X1 if we change to hair X1. I might need to make it a bit more drastic. So you can see there's a little... This pleases me. And I might just go ahead and make it do the same thing for Y movement. So like, I'll copy where it is here. Put it over there. Copy where it is here. Over there. Make sure I did that right. Yeah, now they do it for either. And then I think that's already pretty functional. So to start testing it, I just gotta, oh, first I gotta turn my stuff back on. Edit texture atlas. Oh, this is for my old scarf, so I can plug these in. Automatic layout. Pew. And this is kind of fun because if I ever want to take the scarf off, all I have to do is make the texture file blank in the folder, and then my scarf will be off because it's invisible. Then it's time to export it. I'm listening to Hollow Knight music. And overall that took about half an hour. Well, that was without drawing it. So maybe it took like an hour total. Is it worth it? I think so. Let's see. Alright, I replaced that in my folder, in my models folder. So we think this might actually be a little too much, but I don't know, it makes him look like a jiggly boy, which he is. I am pleased. So that's basically how I go about making different accessories. You know, obviously some of them have different kinds of functionality and whatnot, but that's just the most basic, is setting up like what they look like at different angles and the little physics. Not too bad. Not too bad if you know how to use Live 2D. Very doable. Alright, thanks.